What's up, everybody? Today I'm hopping on the bandwagon clickbait train. Is Fortnite dying? This is just opinions of what I think is going on in the world of Fortnite, and just listen to the whole video before anything. Obviously, I really don't think Fortnite is dying. Alright, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. No, that's not it. There's a lot more to kind of go into detail of it. I've been wanting to make a video like this for a long time now, and it's just nice to like sit down and talk and just let you guys hear what I have to say about this horribly awful, annoying, wonderful game, spectacular game that is Fortnite. There's so many emotions behind this game, man. It's like changed my life and so many other people's lives. But anyway, let's just get into everything. What you guys are watching is just a game that I got earlier, and at the very end, it's like the best feeling in the world when you do this to somebody, especially when they have this specific name. You'll see it here in a minute, or when you watch the whole video. But anyway, the things I wanted to talk about is Fortnite is actually starting to scare me, because there's this whole thought process now within Fortnite, the community, that they're starting to appeal a lot to the people that are noobs, to the people that just started the game. And business-wise, it's very good. That's a very good thing for Fortnite to do, obviously. But for the OG people, it kind of starts pushing them away. And even for me, I don't want to consider myself like an OG. I didn't really start playing until like after like a week or two it really came out. But the thing is, if it's going to start appealing that way for somebody that's been playing the game for a while, when you see like these nerfs and you see these things that are taken away from the game that you enjoyed so much, you don't want to play it as much anymore. And it's starting to become to the point now, especially in like solos, I get kind of bored in solos. I really only like playing duos and squads with people because that's the most fun that I can have. Solos, I used to have a lot of fun, and now the problem is I can't really get high kill games just because people are understanding rotations. Better people are starting to play this game, and fighting is a lot more difficult now. This game is wrapped around building, and it's very, very hard to get into a build fight or get into a fight in general now. And then at the end of the fight, you really don't have that many mats to where somebody can come up to you and pretty much just kill you just because you don't have the amount of mats that you should be having and enable in order to fight somebody. Sorry. And with the whole like nerf going around with like llamas, of course nobody wants that. They don't care. They're not doing anything with it. The whole material nerf, even though that's kind of cherry picking and it's me kind of just being, I guess, a little salty, it's the less mats. That's a little bit far-fetched, like that's kind of going out of my way, but it still affects the game. And now it's come to the point that I'm starting to farm a little bit more, and to where I just want to get in fights. And that's why everybody loved Blitz so much, is because people were like, I love this game mode because I don't have to worry about farming. And if I do have to farm, it's not for very long, and you just get a ton of mats, and you can just go to the next fight, to the next fight, to the next fight, to the next fight. And that was what was so fun about Blitz. And it almost comes to a point that I think like Fortnite needs to recognize those things and go, hey, that was something that the community really enjoyed. Why don't we implement it to the actual game for it to be fully there? Just because people enjoyed it so much, and if they enjoy it that much to where a vast majority of people really thought, hey, this is a really good idea, I really feel like you should implement it towards the game. Obviously, as far as Blitz goes with like the ammo and everything, I don't think that should be in there, but this game is based around building. You win if you can build. That's basically it. Like people do like no building challenges and stuff, but especially like in today, you can't, it's very hard to just run into a game and just have like a no building challenge. People can break everything. People can destroy everything. People can just spray you non-stop because they have 999 of whatever. It's very hard to destroy people like that. So today's meta is like starting to become like a lot different now too. I almost feel like I always have to run like a double shotty, and even now like shotguns are, I'm not going to say inconsistent because obviously you need to hit your shots, but it's come to a point now to where like a couple of months ago, the shots I was hitting, I no longer am hitting now. Like instead I'm hitting for like 8 damage, whereas beforehand I was hitting for like 40 or 50 or even beyond that. And I don't know if that's change in hit spread. I don't know if that's change in just the weapon mechanics. I don't really look into these things a lot more, or maybe it's just because I suck now. But I don't really understand the kind of like mindset that like Epic is starting to have now. To me, it kind of used to be like, oh, like the community is like really loving this one thing. Let's like push it a lot more. Rocket riding, they were thinking, oh, they love it so much and our game is getting a lot more attention from this, we're gonna let them continue rocket riding. Not only that, you can emote while rocket riding. Not only that, you're gonna get a rocket riding emote so you can emote with the rocket riding emote on the rocket ride. And I kind of feel like Epic is like kind of steering away from that, and they're kind of going more into like the mainstream of like, this is some of the mechanics that we're going to be changing. And I know this like whole build thing, this whole like build nerf is supposed to be coming out soon. I don't know if that's really going to be a thing or not. I don't know exactly what it is. I think people are kind of blowing it out of proportion. I think I kind of did. I even kind of went hard on Twitter saying they should not be touching the building, considering they've nerfed the llama, they've nerfed the material, and I just don't want this to be like come a game where it's all kind of just like random. And it's like, there are so many play styles that you can have in this game, and I don't feel like they should be affecting play styles, which is what they said in their tweet. They want to try to affecting different ways that you can win. It's like, there's a million ways that you can win. Just play the game. Don't like give the power to the noobs. One of the things that I love that they did in the past week was the whole nerf upon rockets, and that you can only hold 12. The thing about that is, I really feel like there should be a decrease in damage, where rockets and just even grenades in general should even have less damage. You can still hold 9 grenades in each slot. You can still hold 12 rockets. You can still hold an RPG, a rocket launcher. You can have a double rocket launcher, which is insane. You can still have a double RPG, which is crazy. And that to me is really overpowered, and that's not getting nerfed. C4s are not getting nerfed. I don't understand how that's not happening. They are just absolutely crazy. I feel like C4s are almost at a state of jetpacks where everybody knows that the C4s are so overpowered, but they don't do anything about it. Just like the jetpack, they could have done things to nerf it to make it not as insane, but they didn't touch it. So I don't really understand where they're kind of like going with everything. I gotta say, by far, Season 4 is my least favorite season out of this. When they started Season 4 with destroying, not Tilted, Dusty, I was kind of like, I don't really care. I kill more about factories being destroyed than I do about Dusty. I miss factories. I wish factories was back. And Tilted was kind of destroyed a little bit, but the fact that the crater was this massive has really changed the game a lot, to where I think it's pretty stupid. I think they should just fill the hole back up. It should be completely filled up. Factories should come back. And honestly, I wouldn't care that much if Tilted was gone. If it was just like another place that's like there, that's got like smaller buildings and things like that, kind of like Pleasant or Salty or something. But it's kind of gone a little too far. Also with like some things that just aren't getting patched, that just aren't becoming like, that are still a thing. You placing a trap above and below a floor is still a thing. You can still do that glitch. Clingers, whenever you throw a bunch of them, they all merge together and you can destroy people behind walls. That's still a thing. These things have been in the game for like 2 weeks, and like they haven't been patched at all. No idea why. They're like game breaking, and it's still a thing. So I don't really understand Epic's mindset on these things. Also with the whole pullout time for just weapons now and like shotguns, and honestly, like at this point I wish we could go back to like before Season 3. I think that time was probably my favorite playing this game. I had a lot more enjoyment out of it, not because people were like also worse. Like I won a majority of my games just because people were worse at this game, and now people are understanding this game more. And that's one thing I don't understand, is like, why is Epic going hard on nerfing the material when this game is solely wrapped around material? And also at the same time, people are really starting to understand this game to where I need to start building, and like you go against bots now that are actually understanding how to build and just getting the concept of that. So there's less material just being flowed through, and that's why I think that we should go back to something like taking the Blitz idea and just implementing it into the game, just because this game is solely based upon mats. It's solely based upon material and building. So that's just a few things that I have like problems with this game. I kind of want to just get that out there and kind of like get it off my chest, because it's been on my mind for the past couple of weeks really hard. So I just wanted to kind of get it out there. I would really like to know your guys' opinions on this, and no way do I think Fortnite is dying. Although I will say, for these little changes that keep happening to Fortnite, and if there aren't changes to the game and like map and possibly even a new map, to be honest, I can see this game die very quickly and it becoming like a meme of like the fastest game to ever die. I know that's a little far-fetched, and I know like some people won't agree with me on that, but I see, like, in my opinion of how this game is being treated now and the updates that we so desperately want to like really change the map and really change the game and to add new things that we're having a lot of fun. Like the bounce pad, like everybody loves that. Like that should be things that are added like continuously. So that's just my piece. If you guys want to talk about it in the comments, I'll be sure to like some. So like I just want this to be like a discussion more than anything. Sorry, this video was like totally unedited, like at all. I just like cut stuff. That was basically it. But tomorrow I'll be sure to throw in like some cool clips and like a full like edited video. So thank you guys for watching. As always, I appreciate 50,000 V-Buck giveaway in the description. There's only a couple days left on it if you guys want to hop on that really quick. If you guys like this video, please be sure to leave a like. If you guys are new, please be sure to subscribe. And hope you guys have a good one. See you next video whenever it is. Peace.
Nice.
I am not gonna get over that.
I got bandages.
Okay.
You can go bridge after that on here.
Don't take fall damage.
Oh, people. East.
Okay, okay. Do they look good?
No.
Wow. This guy's confident. I like it. What's he gonna get out of this chest?